Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday morning. It is a beautiful day here in Fallbrook, California, San Diego County. I didn't have any creamer at home, so I had to run to the store and get creamer and make creamer at work. So I'm here at my DIY studio in Fallbrook, California. Let me just do a little bit of housekeeping here and make sure that I can get comments going. Give me just 2 seconds. See, go here, go here, go here. Say good morning when you come in. And let me move this here. Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. There we go. There we go. Let me see. Am I live? Is it working? Can I see comments? Volume down, rookie move. Here we go. We are good. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Mac. Good to see you. All right. Let me put this here. I heard Facebook is having a problem with creators being able to see comments. I have another device here just in case I don't, because I don't see them here. Maybe if I do a couple little swipies. Maybe if I little swipey here. Nope, not yet. All right, that's okay. I have another device here. Hey, Tracy, how are you, sweet friend? It is officially my time slot on Craft Around the Clock. Make sure that you're part of that group. It is pretty much 24/7 crafting, and the pink llama is up after me, so you're going to want to catch that. Those of you who are new to me, I'm Mara LaFay with Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, and we're going to do a really easy project. And because I didn't have coffee until like 15 minutes ago, my brain was just tired of thinking. I could not decide on a project, so I polled you guys like about 15 minutes ago, and you all said the bird. Good morning, Trudy and Nancy, Chris, Karen. Hello, hello. Come on in, grab your favorite beverage, and come and hang out. Let me just get one more sip of Wake Up Juice. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Cindy's Creation. So today we're going to be using, and again, I have all my things here because I still have one more decision to make. We're going to be using one of my wood cutouts. I designed this. I don't make them. I have them made for our shop. And I love it. And I couldn't decide if I wanted it horizontal or vertical. And I think I'm going to do, good morning, Michelle and Debbie. I think I'm going to do, because you guys voted, we're going to be using the birds from the Brocante transfer. It is one of my favorites. I love it. But I feel like I use birds all the time because I'm a bird-loving girl. Who's with me? So, all that to say, I asked you guys voted for birds too, so apparently we're like this, right? So, we are going to use the birds. Here's my dilemma, because we're going to put some stencils, because stencils make everything better. When you layer stencils and transfers, or stencils and papers, it just brings your project up to another level, in my humble opinion. So, here, this is where I need your help. Do we do the birds this way? It won't leave a lot of room for the stencil. Or do we do them this way? And so I thought this way we could use maybe the harmony stencil and just do the music notes. All right, this way I thought, and then this, if I do it this way, then I don't need to use all the birds, and then I have the other half for another project. So I'm kind of leaning towards that way. Then maybe we can use the diamonds in distress. I kind of think I'm leaning towards that. What do you guys think? Anybody want to put their 2 cents in? Good morning, Debbie. So we need to stencil either way. Hey, Pronia, good morning. Good to see you. See, I see a comment there now. Horizontal. Okay, Karen says horizontal. We're not going to be able to fit a whole lot of room for stencils if we do it horizontal. Which is... No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we won't be able to fit a whole lot. Let's look at that. Let's look at it again. You guys are saying horizontal. Okay. Well, then that means we may have to change our mind on the stencil. Because, I mean, I still could do it this way. It just won't leave me a whole lot of, and you won't see it a whole lot. But I think it'll be okay. Let's just get started. Let's just get started. You guys are all saying the same. All right, so we're going to be using my, good morning, Robbie, my Diamonds in Distress stencil, and we're going to be stenciling in gold. Initially, this board was painted white. For whatever reason, vertical is different. I know. Go with your vision. See, you guys do this to me all the time. Half say one way, half say the other way. Sheila, I hope you're doing well. Hang on, let's look at this one more time. If I do the birds vertical, right, then I'll have room up there, and then I'll have, but it may look, vertical is different, but I think probably horizontal will fit. And I still am only going to use a portion. I think I'm going to cut these in half, and there will be no birds harmed in the making of this video. Hi, Robin. And I'm going to save the other half for something else. So let's go ahead and do horizontal. Good morning, Barbara. How are you, sweet friend? I think your happy mail is going out today. Barbara is in our private membership group, and she won. We have group challenges and prizes, and she won this month's group challenge. So that is very cool. Let's think, do I want to put this behind that, or do I want to put this just here? Let's think about this for a minute. Yeah, let's do the whole thing. Oh my goodness, this is what happens when you don't have coffee early in the morning. You are undecisive. But that's okay, we're gonna get it done. I didn't make this one, Julie. I did not. This one was gifted to me by a very special friend. But I do love it, and I wear it a lot. I really do. I wear it a lot. All right, I'm gonna take this down. I don't normally, but you guys, if you're not following my new stencil page, it's called Diva Dezigns, Dizigns. We are going to be doing our first live there this Saturday, and I'm so excited. And we're going to be, if you're not sure about stencils, or you're not really comfortable with stencils, it's going to be a great way to learn. We're going to start with the basics from A to Z, and just kind of go from there. Hey, Patricia, welcome everybody. Oh, I'm so glad, Barbara. I think you have an order that's going out today as well. All right. Offload, offload, offload. A lot of times I'll start by pouncing just to see if I've offloaded enough. And then I will go in and do a little swirly whirly. I love the Diamonds in Distress stencil. It is, and I'm not just saying that because it's one of my designs. I know I say this all the time though. It's one of my favorite. You can't see what I'm doing. Thank you, Julie, for letting me know. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I have a new camera device here. I actually have two, but I decided to leave the other one next door where I film in our group, and then I'm not schlepping stuff back and forth. All right. I'm gonna connect that here, and just do this little last one here, which you probably won't see. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. All right, let's do this again. Get a little bit more paint. So you don't need very much paint, and you should never, hi Cheryl, Brenda, Sarah, you should never, never, never dip this all the way. Just the tips of your brushes. And I have no place to secure this. Now I know my birds are going in here somewhere, so I don't even care if it is not full coverage. So we're going to be going over stencil basics on Saturday. Is our first live there at 10 a.m. Come and join us. I don't think I put the link in my links, the rest of my links. Hey, Lisa J. Maybe one of my friends can add my link there for Diva Designs page. But Saturday is going to be our first live. We're going to be doing stencil do's and don'ts. I'm going to turn you guys into stencil pros. Let's just talk about my base here. I used the JRV, it's a one-step paint, and I used it in Anvil. And I love it because it's a one-step paint. So anytime you're using transfers, they need a base, right? They need a bit of a cushion to go onto. So they always have to go on a top-coated surface. However, especially my creative friends, when you're live and you don't have a whole lot of time, that extra step is a big deal. So this is an all-in-one paint. So it already has a built-in top coat in it. So it just made it that much easier. Let me do this one again. Your stencil, they're 10 mil, Dawn. They're super, super durable. They're a 10 mil. They're really great quality. We have, oh gosh, I want to say there's 5 stencils coming out in a few weeks from now. I want to say we have, I don't know how many, 25? I have 25 designs. Thank you, Cheryl loves my stencils. You have a bunch. Awesome. Thank you, Debbie. Anyway, this one is called Diamonds in Distress. This is what it looks like. Look at that, zippity quick. It is done, 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 done. And then we're gonna add this. We're gonna paint this in gold as well, but we're gonna be using something else. We're gonna be using the jewel paste in gold. But let's get our transfers on. That's okay, Judy. You can catch the replay. Let's cut some transfers. And let's see. Hi, Nicole. There's my girl. Let's cut some transfers. And I want to save this. And I think I'm going to save the blue ones on the end. And I think I'm only going to... I may throw... Yes, I designed the frame for sure. I have about 5 or different styles. Hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link into your Facebook Messenger that will take you to our website. I want to say we have a bunch of our friend Pam at Handcrafted Holiday Traditions. We have a bunch of her designs. I designed these five different designs, and this is one of them, and I love it just because it's so different. Let's add this here. We got my transfer stick. Go. I thought about putting the birds down and then stenciling over it. This is the brocante transfer. This is the brocante transfer. There's actually 2 full pages of birds. Look at that. You get 2 pages with birds, and you can cut them up. You can cut them up. It's got a great Eiffel Tower. It has a little Marie Antoinette action over there. So that is the brocante transfer. Don't know, I didn't cut their tails. Hey, Dina. Good to see you now. Good to see you here. Good morning, Linda Merrill. Julie, welcome. Hey, if you're new, will you let us know? I would love to welcome you. Personally, if my head is down and I don't see your comments, I know one of my shenanigators will love to welcome you. We are live several times a week, and I'm live twice a week in my membership group. If you're looking for a safe community to grow some creative muscle, come and join us. We have a good time, and we learn lots. Easy peasy, you guys. Oop, I gotta put his eye back. You're using Classic Elements and Majestic Flourishes. Oh, that's such a good stencil. Classic Elements stencil is so meaty. You guys, wait. I can't wait to show you the 5 new designs. They are so exciting. and a lot of variety. They are, our retailers are pre-ordering them now, and we're expecting release probably in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. Ta-da! Just burnish it down, which is just a fancy way for just make sure, rub it down and make sure it's still there. Look at that. Isn't that fun? So fun. I love gold and black. Hey, Patty. We need Robin. All right, now is Deb new? Welcome, Deb. I'm so glad you're here. All right, I love it. I have a couple of embellishments. I don't think we're gonna need them. I was planning on them if we put the birds the other way. But I have, this is also a mold. I was thinking we could put the mold here and just write, I don't know, birdie or something, but I don't think that's gonna work. And then I cast this, and that might be pretty too. I don't know that I want to cover this up because it is really pretty. Although I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. Let's paint it just in case. Just in case we like it. Just in case. I've got some black gesso. Hi, Susan. Patty, I have some black gesso because I didn't have time to use the bonding primer. So I'm going to use some black gesso. And it is basically going to work exactly like bonding primer. And I'm not going to have to wait 24 hours. Win-win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, here's the thing. Now I'm deciding if I want to do my frame in gold or if I want to do it, because I have the Jewel Effects paste and they're absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of texture in there. I've got the black one too. Should we do it in onyx? I think it might be good. I'm thinking, do we do it in onyx or do we do it in gold? Because there's an awful lot of gold. Let's think about that for a minute. I'm thinking maybe change it to onyx. What do you guys think? Black or onyx? I mean, black or gold. Let's paint this in the meantime while we're making up our mind. We do have gesso in black and in white, and it is a gesso. It's basically a fancy word for primer. It is under the Finnabair category. So if you don't have time to use the bonding primer, you can use the gesso in black or white, and then you're not having to wait. I love the bonding primer, and I still use it. However, so you don't need very much of this. I probably mix too much. I don't always have time to wait 12 hours. Black. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Who said that? Dina. That's what I was thinking. We may change that to black. I changed my mind midstream. Ha! Big surprise. Yeah, I think onyx too. I think onyx too, you guys. This was when I had pulled out all the stuff this morning before my coffee kicked in. And I was really thinking about, this mold is from the Vintage Brooches. It is from the last IOD release. I don't think I've used this one, and I may actually put this right here because I think that'd be pretty. Let's try that. I got too much, so let's put some of that back later. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Just a little bit. Hey, Trees. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're joining me. Hey, Mary. I missed a couple spots here. So what's everybody up to today? Anybody shenanigating? Who's creating? What are you making? Are you ready for spring? Can you believe Easter is like right around the corner? Right around the corner. It's crazy. And I always say we go from 4th of July to Christmas, because it really kind of feels that way. I'm thinking about doing a Christmas in July this year. Charlotte, I hope you're feeling better. Charlotte had a birthday the other day. Julie's being lazy. I'm actually filming some YouTube content that I'm really excited about. I can't tell you because it's a secret project. So if I tell you, I have to take you out. Oh, Connie, how fun. I wish I had time to play with our side. I want to make another necklace, but I want to do one in blacks and whites. This one I did in pinks, which I love because I've got some pink on my shirt. You're on your lunch break? I tell you what, those dang JOBs get in the way of our fun, don't they? There's a couple spots I'm missing. All right, let's set that to the side. I think I'm ready to put that in water, or because I have black on my brush, I might just, another lazy day. I did a post yesterday about my pups, because I tell you what, they wake me up every morning, especially my big one. So these are the jewel paste. I don't have the little samples, but they're really, we did them in group. We did a little, a test, a product demo when I showed the girls all the colors. And this black is gorgeous. So I don't know if you can see, Kelly's making an egg carton. Oh, how fun. I don't know if you can see all the texture on that. So you can actually do, I might take you guys, hang on. I might take you, I want to show you the samples, and we have time. So I don't usually do this on my regular lives. I usually do this in group, but we're going to go, hang on, we're going to go on a little road trip right to the other side of the shop. And I'm going to show you some of these samples because they're pretty incredible. All right, you ready? Sorry, I'm trying to go slow. You're enjoying beautiful spring weather. Yesterday was 80s to 110. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right. So see, I hate walking away from the camera, but this way I didn't have to walk away. There we go. There we go. So, let's get back down to my project. This is the gold that we did. We did these through a raised stencil. Silver. Look at the pink, how gorgeous. This is the black. So this is what it's gonna, now I use this through a raised stencil. Look at how gorgeous that's gonna be. Black on black I think is gorgeous, but I think you could really see the texture in these with the samples. So let's get this painted. Let's get this painted. Now I gotta go over that gold. So it's gonna be hard to see the texture because it's black on black. Julia, for tomato pants, oh, tomato pants. Oh my gosh, I was just talking about tomatoes because I had to dig up my gardens because the wood and the garden beds was deteriorating. Boy, do I miss my garden. I don't really have time to garden anymore, and that makes me very sad. But I will tell you, there's nothing like a homegrown tomato. So I tried to plant something new every year. So one year I had watermelon, one year I had cantaloupe. Yeah, I think the black is going to be good. You're wearing shorts. I tell you what, this is the crazy thing, and I've been hearing it everywhere. It's spring, and then guess what? Then it goes back to winter. What the what? Making no sense. Making no sense. All right, I don't know if you guys can see the texture on this, but it is quite yummy. And I think we made the right choice doing the black. I think. You know, and here's the deal. It's okay to change your mind, right? There is no rules in art. If it doesn't give you that happy feeling on the inside, change it. It's okay. It is okay. There's no art police. This is a great frame. It is under MDF, HDF embellishments. I've seen a lot of you use it and have done some really great projects with it. And this one, I designed it intentionally so that it could go horizontal or vertical. Yeah, I miss my plants. I think I might get some like plant or some barrels or something and do some plants, some tomato plants. You've got winter storms, Therese. If you have some, I would love some. We're doing a workshop here in September, and we have 26 of my private group ladies coming. Yes. Tina says decorating is like her hair color. I can always change it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I think maybe I'd love to add that bee over there. I wonder if he would fit on there. That would be absolutely darling. Nothing beats a homegrown mater is right. Is right. Let's set this to the side because we have, I think I'm going to paint this. And I think I'm going to use that all-in-one paint again. Did I put it away? No, I did not. Because then I can have my top coat on there. So this is the anvil. It is a black. And we'll do a little transfer. We'll pick a little snippet of something and we'll put it on there. And because it's got a built-in top coat, I don't have to worry that my transfer is not going to stick. Now I could have just top coated the black gesso. But either way, I would still have to dry it. So let's just use the all-in-one paint. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright. Dry. Dry that. Dry this. Keep on going. Keep on rocking and a-rolling. Took you 12 hours to make salsa? Oh my goodness. That's a long time. I don't know that I'd do that. I mean, I've made salsa, but it hasn't taken me 12 hours. Hey, Lois. You froze your produce and you canned? Yeah, I remember when we used to have we had a lot of fruit trees. They've just we've been in our house for 24 years and we don't have, the only one we have left is an apple tree and we took down our grapevine and a fig tree. But we had a peach tree at one time, and the first year we only got like 3 peaches, but they were bigger than baseball, like really big. And they were so juicy that when you bit into them, it dripped down your face. Oh gosh, they're so good. My mouth waters just thinking about them. What, no pink mug? I do have one in the back, but it's got pencils in it. Oh my gosh, my husband had a BLT last night, Debbie. Oh my gosh. I've never tried freeze drying salsa. Alright, so look at this black, how gorgeous that is. Can you see that texture in there? It almost looks like diamonds. All right, now let's get this dry. I'm gonna let that cool off, and I think, what do I want to put on here? Antique paste, but I think I want to do the black gold. I think I want to do the black gold. So I'm using the Finnabair pastes. Because it's a little bit more muted. Good catch. Yes, 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 yes. So this is in the Finnabair category. There are a ton of colors, and we just got a couple of new colors yesterday, and we restocked a bunch because these were kind of flying out the door. And I think adding this little extra embellishment on there is going to be so cute. And I'm just a little tiny, un chupito, just a bit. Go inside here too. And it's giving that transfer, that paint a chance to get nice and good and dry, and then we'll add a little transfer over there. If you're not following our page, I would love for you to follow. If you don't know if you're following our page, I would love for you just to tap the screen, and just please make sure. If you just tap your screen and you're not following, it will give you an opportunity to follow. If you can just check that while you're here, I would be super grateful. Facebook unfollows accounts that thinks you're not engaging with, or that maybe you're not interested anymore. So a lot of times they just kind of pick and choose, which is how rude, right? Pear preserves sounds absolutely delightful. I'm just trying to get into that little tiny crevice. So this is the black gold, and you can see it's a little bit more muted. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Anna. I always forget to ask, but it does help us. Helps our page. All right. There's that. Hi, Bonnie. I think that's going to be good. Georgia peaches are the best. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's going to be... You see how nice that matches? Good morning.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good. I'm actually filming, so if it sounds like I'm talking to somebody, I'm not. But it's good to see you, Terry. I haven't seen you in forever. Forever.
Okay, I'm just looking for some green paint.
Okay, green paints are over here. Unless you want smaller sizes, they're right in front of you. Okay. Let's see what comes next. Oh, transfer. Let's see if we can add, if that little birdie will fit on there. Let's see. I'm sorry, not bird. Bee. I think this bee will fit. Let's see if we can think of something else. Let's see if there's another one. Let's look. I wasn't planning on this, so you can come back here.
I don't want to get in your way.
Let's see. I could put a floral. I was kind of set on a bee, But I could put a floral. Let's see. I think the bee is a little too big. There's a butterfly. Let's see if we have a bee in here. No, but I think this bee is going to be too big. Let's look. Let's look. You guys are still talking about fruits and peaches. I think he's going to be too big. I think his legs are going to go over. It's not horrible, but it is a pinch too big. I think we need to use a floral. Let's pick a floral. And this one has a lot of florals in it. This is the Rose Botanical. And look at all the florals it's got in there. Ooh, that's really pretty. That's pretty. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Hi, Denise. How are you, sister? Hi, Brenda. Good morning.
I'll go and come back. I have 2 things up there.
All right, let's cut this piece out. We don't usually open our shop till 11, and I didn't lock my door today. And that's okay. Okay. Let's see. I think that'll be good. Let's cut this here. We used to have a brick and mortar across the street. We had a big shop across the street. We moved from 1,800 square feet to 800 square feet. And this gal that just left used to come in all the time. She owned a nail shop in town. And I haven't seen her forever. So I hope you don't mind. I just wanted to greet her. Just let her know I'm not really talking to myself. Alright, where's my little transfer stick now? Good morning, LaBelle Junk. How are you this morning? Alright, transfer stick, where are you? There we go. I tell you what, those things hide. I know, birds and flowers. Exactly. Exactly. If you're new to our page, I would love for you to follow us. If you tap your screen, you'll be able to see, and you'll have an opportunity to follow if you are not. I would appreciate that so much. All right, we'll do a little bit of a recap. I'm thinking this is going to be super duper cute. Just saying. We'll do a recap. I'm missing a little piece of leaf that I cut off right there. I think I'll put another flower there to kind of camouflage my little boo-boo. It's okay. They need to make them a bright orange. No kidding. Thank you, Robin, for sprinkling. Ta-da! Look how stinking cute that is. Isn't that darling? You're so glad you were able to get your page back up so I can find you. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it was hard, boy. We had a rough 6 months, but we've been in this location for about 3 years now. All right, let's put it all together. So, Diamonds in Distress on my website under Diva Designs, hashtag website, one word, no spaces, will get you a direct link there, or you can press where the little links are at the bottom. So we did this, and we used the Decor Metal Matte in gold, and I think that came out really beautiful. We used just a portion of the birds from the brocante transfer. Hi, Anita. So I still have these guys left, and I'm so excited. All right, now, so it's spring, right? But it's like a fancy spring, because we're fancy like that. And then, where is the top? Then we use the Jewel Effects paste in Onyx. And you could really see, now that it's dry, you can really see that texture in there, which I love. Hi, Rebecca. And then we're going to add this on top of here. And I'm going to glue that down. Now, I did break this because I'm kind of rough on stuff. I kind of manhandled it a little bit. We're going to add this right here. I will glue that together. I can do that now. And then do we want to put this at the top or the bottom? I'm thinking the bottom. I'm thinking the bottom is going to be good. Let's just look at it. What do you think? Top or bottom? No, I feel like the top goes into his head too much. I think it needs to be on the bottom. All right, let's get our tight bond. Quick and thick. And let's get... So we used one of the small frames from the Vintage Brooches mold, which is super cute. And then we embellished it with the black gold Finnabair wax. Yeah, you guys are all agreeing on the bottom. I agree too. I agree too. Let's just get this glue. Get this glue on there. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, I do love it at the bottom too. You guys are right. I knew that too, but it's nice to have that confirmation. So I'm using Type On Quick and Thick because it sets up really quickly. And it dries clear. So I don't have to worry if a little bit oozes out. I can just wipe it back up with my brush. Let's just put this over here. Set that in for a minute. You like the top? The top was okay, but I felt like it was impeding on one of the birds. So I think it needs to be at the bottom. I think. And I'm just going to glue this in the middle. Turn it around. It's snowing where you are. That's crazy pants. All right. What do you guys think? And I'm done. 45 minutes. Can you believe it? Yay for the home team. The crowd goes wild. Look at how stinking cute that is. I love the Diamonds in Distress. I'm glad we added it. I'm glad we didn't use all the birds. I'm glad we did it in gold. I feel like it's a little bit fancier for spring. But I do love it. Here's the vintage brooches, and then the Rose Botanical. Just a portion of the Rose Botanical, you guys. I think it's super sweet. Super sweet. Hey, Laura, you're just catching us at the end, so you have to catch the replay. The replay. You guys, up next after me is the Pink Llama. Go ahead and refresh your screen, and you can, I did tag the Craft Round the Clock group, so you can catch them there. Private group ladies, I will see you this afternoon at 2 p.m. The rest of you, I will see, sign up for our emails, because you'll get my schedule when we're going live. Anyway, ciao for now.